So we charge this battery full. Can you see that it's already halfway done?
Yeah.
You have to work and click. Can never be a main battery.
It's gonna from
Yeah, dandruff.
It can be dandruff.
It's becoming a beard.
No dandruff is dry. Scalp.
Which is dry scalp. Dandruff.
Dandruff.
Hey fam, what's up? How you guys doing? Glad to be back with this video. I'm Ini and
I'm Itunu.
Cool. Yeah. So in this video we're going to be talking about finance. Obviously, it's very important in these times where a lot of things have become uncertain. So we're talking about finance for couples, looking at ourselves, the options that we've come across, you know, and the pros and the cons, and which we choose, which works for us. Yeah,
this is literally not even like telling you what to do. These are just like the options that are available, and obviously we'll also
our
share
experiences,
what we're doing and what's working for us. And so without further ado,
let's jump right in.
Let's jump right into it. Okay, so we're going to start with the options that are available for married couples. This is not, I'm not talking about like boyfriend and girlfriend. Like if you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, please keep your finances to yourself, okay? Each person should have their own finances. I'm talking about like you're in a committed long-term relationship that is marriage, okay? Because these days people be like, yeah, we've been living together for 6 years, let's share finances. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, this is for married people, okay? I feel like this is going to be more useful if you're about to get married, more than you've been married for a few years and you've already like had a method. Do you get what I mean? Like,
it could also be.
I mean, you could also switch it up, but it might be a little bit challenging because like you guys are already used to a particular way of managing your finances. But anyway, regardless, we're gonna just jump right into the options that are available.
Yeah.
And okay, so the names we're calling them are not like they're just the names that we've come up with. It's not like I see this is research this on the internet, you're gonna find it. So we have individual accounts whereby each person has their own accounts. Yeah. And you just manage the house, whatever. If today I feel like, oh, our electricity bill is out, I'll just take my initiative and pay for it. Or he can do it. So it's not like it's a chore or you are supposed to do it, you're supposed to do it. Everybody just has a sense
Everybody's
of
independence,
responsibility over
kind
the
of,
house.
The next one is a joint account. So in this case, everyone pulls in the money into one account. Basically, let's say I'm working and then she's running a business. You know, whatever comes in, all the proceeds go to one account.
Yeah, his money is my money, my money is his money. It's our money. There's no differentiation. So the third one is a semi-joint account, whereby everybody has their individual accounts, but then there's a joint account where you probably decide on amount to put in together. So you might say, for instance, we put in 40% of our income into that account. So he gets 40%, whatever 40% is of his earning, it goes into that account, and then whatever 40% is of my earning, it goes into that account. So it's more fair because it's not like a definite figure, it's a percentage. So the money in the joint account then goes into like paying your bills, paying fees of your kids,
investments, whatever it is you need to
whatever it is. It's just what is going to be used for like the benefits of the family. So you still kind of have your own money, you still have what is called your money, and then there's what
on
is
the flip side also
money.
I feel like there's another angle to this semi-joint account, as we call it. It could be that you have a joint account where your earnings go into, and from your earnings you each decide, so you can be flipped over, you each decide that okay, when this earning comes in and we collect it, each of us is going to have 20% or 10% of it each for personal use. Do you understand? So you don't need to consult me for spending this amount of money. So that's a semi-joint account, so you can flip it. So it's a two-way thing. It's either you say I keep my personal money, but we both put into this joint account this amount, or everything comes to a joint account and we sit down and look at it and say, okay, this percentage goes to each of us for each month to spend whichever way we feel like. Okay, so I feel like we should now look at the pros and the cons
of each.
So starting with individual accounts. Drum roll.
Okay. one of the biggest advantages of having your own personal accounts is that.
So we're talking about individual accounts.
An individual account is it's your earning, is your money. You don't need to consult anybody and say, I want to go buy a car. If you have the money to buy a car.
I want to buy that Gucci bag.
Yeah, you want to buy your designer bag.
I want to puppy,
designer shoes. We're not saying you're getting illegitimate money.
Yeah, I'm just saying like you like that. You're about that Gucci like.
Yeah, you're rich. You got your money. You don't have to be like, I'm going to buy this money, because it actually doesn't directly affect the other person, because you're paying bills, you're doing whatever you need to do, and you have that excess money to do what you want to do for yourself. So that's definitely a plus. But as well as advantages, everything in life has disadvantages. So the disadvantages of having individual accounts is if one party is earning more and the other party is not earning as much, the one that is earning less might start to feel inferior. And then that births competition where instead of us being a partnership, we then are like rivals in terms of, like you can afford to buy this, I can afford to buy this, so I need to work harder so I can match up or surpass the amount of money that you're making, which to be honest is not very healthy for a marriage. Also, there's the issue of trust, and trust is very important in any union. This can lead to trust issues, major trust issues, because for instance, let's say one party is earning far more than the other person, and you both have an idea of what you guys are earning, or you guys know what you're earning, and then this person that has the lesser income maybe might need something that the person cannot afford, and you now meet your partner that you believe earns so much, now tells you that, I don't have money at the moment. You can be because you don't have access to the person's account, you can't verify. Thoughts can start on where's the person spending money on. Does he have a sugar daddy, or does she have a kid outside? You're just going to start creating scenarios here. Or does this person really love me? I need money for something. So they say apart from infidelity, or even before infidelity, finance is the major cause of home breakage. Absolutely, because I feel like sometimes when it comes to like you having a sense that you might get busted, you can't get tempted to do something that you feel like, I'm going to get caught. So once you feel like, there's a part of your life that is private, it makes you more prone to temptation. Not saying that you necessarily fall, but it makes you more prone to temptation. So you have to actually physically avoid temptation. So that's one of the disadvantages of individual accounts.
Looking at the advantages of having a joint account as a couple, this kind of account encourages openness. Like I said earlier, it encourages honesty, openness, and transparency. And that engenders trust, You know how much your spouse is earning, you know what is coming jointly into the family, you know what your capacity is. So it helps you to trust this person, that when they say they don't have money, you don't have to say, because you can see the account, you have access to the back end and all. And secondly, it also helps with planning, It makes it easier as a family to plan, because you when you meet someone that says, please can you lend me this amount of money, in your mind you already know that jointly you know how much you guys have, so you know whether you can or cannot, you want to change your freezer, you know how many months it will take you to save up some certain percentage to invest in that, like you don't just it will basically help you plan, and that planning will help prevent any disagreement that may arise from bad planning or bad choices, and I feel like it brings you guys closer together in the sense that you have to consult each other. You want to go out, you want to buy this,
sense of unity.
Togetherness and openness. So I feel like this one is very good. The disadvantage of having a joint account is that in the case where both partners, and this is usually the case anyway, both partners don't have the same spending habits, or financial style of management. One person might be prudent and the other person might be an extravagant spender. So what happens might be that one person might begin to feel cheated or being shortchanged, like, we're both putting the money into this, but I feel like this person is spending much more than me. Even if that person is earning more, or even if that person is earning more or less, as long as the money is going out more through on this person's side, it might give birth for their personal needs. It might give birth to a feeling of unfair or unjust spending. So that's just one thing that we always have to watch out and manage. You know, what do you think about that?
I definitely agree with that 100%. Because when there's like, first of all, you're meant to have each other's benefits or each other's advantage.
Benefit in mind.
Your own in mind. So like, finances actually definitely show you 100% who a person is. Because if your partner is all about, oh, I'm going to buy this for the house, I'm going to get this for the house, and you're all like, I need to get that bag, I need to get that shoe, I need to get that whatever. Like, it definitely shows the kind of person that you are.
Yeah.
And once this is more obvious to your partner, it makes them see you in a whole different light. And so it just is important to, if you're going to use this method, to have, like, to be a person that you're more of a servant than I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You're more of a giver than a receiver.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on to the semi-joint account, we're going to start with the advantages. And a huge advantage of having a semi-joint account is since I have my own personal account and then we have a joint account, which is for servicing our home, our kids, tuition, their needs, everything. Paying bills basically. And then I have my own personal account to spend whatever I want. That way, like, nobody feels cheated. I've given a percentage of my earning into the family, like an equal percentage, so nobody feels cheated. You have control over some of the finances. So if one person is extravagant, that's on their own bill, you know, and then you can be prudent or extravagant, whatever you choose to do with your own finances. But it's a way of making sure that our bills are paid, our like demands on the home are met, basically. Yeah,
while also not choking the other person, you know, because also, let's be realistic, if someone is used to a kind of extravagant lifestyle and you start a relationship, the person can adjust, but you can't assume that the person will just automatically just drop everything and change, you know, so there has to be that balance, you know.
Yeah. A disadvantage of this semi-joint account is where I'm earning a particular amount, you're earning a particular amount, but I'm not open to you. Like, I might tell you I earn 40% of actually what I'm really earning. So based on the 40% you believe I'm earning, I'm remitting the wrong amount. So I'm keeping more, and then it puts more of a financial burden on the other one.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys are seeing a trend in all of these things. If there's honesty, if there's openness, if there is trust, any of these things work. I hope you guys can see the little bit of trend here. Yeah. So like all of these things work if there is openness and there is trust. And
honesty.
Yeah. So basically, if it's a case where I'm not being open and honest about how much I'm earning, that puts financial burden on my partner, because they will have to make up for what I'm not able to meet up with. I can't speak today, I don't know why. So obviously if our bills every month is about 100k and what I'm putting into the account is like 30, obviously he's gonna have to make up the part that I'm not able to make up with, but I actually might be making that money, but he just doesn't know that. So it's really unfair to the other party. So.
It's just like you said, the foundation of anything that has to do with finance, honesty, openness, and trust. And this also counts for any other kind of relationship. You would think about business partners. The moment your business partner starts sensing that there's some, even if it's just, let's not talk about even trust now or honesty. Let's say openness. Once your partner begins to sense there's a form of secrecy or there's something going on that you're not willing to share with them, that's the beginning. That's almost usually the beginning of the end of that partnership. You know, so it's deeper than than 18 minutes or 17 or 15 minutes can discuss.
But usually when trust is broken, it starts to like reflect in other areas of your life. They might start to suspect you for things that you're not even doing. Like, if you're capable of doing this, then you're capable of doing this, but you haven't even done it yet. So
another thing that we should talk about, we should not forget to mention, is upbringing. Upbringing plays a very major role in our choices with our finance, you know. And usually, most times in a marriage or in a relationship, people always differ, you know. Like, for instance, our upbringings differ, you know. We've had different experiences of upbringing. So let's say if you're from a family that the breadwinner is one person in the family, you know, or you come from a family where both people are both working actively and bringing in money, you know, you might have a different view of finances in a relationship if you're coming from a family where both your parents are breadwinners or like, let's say, contributing, you know, to the equation. But if you're coming from a family where you view that one person is the breadwinner and the other person is really not doing much as part of contributing to finance, but they are spending a lot. Coming from that kind of background, you might have a tendency not to trust your partner. You might have a tendency to want to guard your earnings.
Yeah.
You know, so that also plays a very important role.
Yeah, when you feel like one party is working hard and the other one is spending hard, but basically unemployed, then you know you tend to feel like my money is my money. When you're in your own marriage and in your own situation, you might want to have a lot more control over you know what you earn so that they don't put you in trouble. You know.
Let's talk about what works for us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We haven't actually implemented our joint account.
Yeah.
What happened was we got, obviously when we were dating, everybody had their own accounts. We got married and we maintained the account, but we had openness.
Openness.
He has access to my accounts. He can withdraw, send in, transfer, whatever. Like, I'm completely open with my accounts. And basically, so he has my card, he knows my PIN codes, he knows everything. But we also want to have a joint account where we kind of like pull money in. I don't know if we're going to have the semi-joint account or the full-on like joint account. I don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know yet. But I think we'll have a variance of the semi-joint accounts, like that. The one I mentioned of putting it together, looking at what we have, and then now sharing amongst equally, you know, or whatever. It doesn't have to be equal. It depends on per need per se.
Exactly. Because every month will be different.
And also I feel like one of the things that hindered us was, you know, after the wedding I had to go back to work, and then, you know, we couldn't go to the bank because we talked about going to the bank and doing all that stuff, and then lockdown now came. But if you want to open a joint account, it's not that hard. You know, you just have to have a photocopy of your marriage certificate. Each of you goes to maybe
how do you know this procedure? I don't know this procedure.
I spoke to someone, and then and basically you have a utility bill. So just 3 items: utility bill, a photocopy of your marriage certificate, and individual identity cards. You know, that are valid. And basically you're on your way to
so that's what we want to do for our finances.
And I have so much confidence in Itunu's financial management skills. I'm happy that I married someone like this.
He's not a big spender, but the difference is I know how to like plan and say, okay, this month we're gonna get this, next month we're gonna get this. But I feel like you're more, we have this need, we have the money, let's do everything now. Do you get what I mean?
So.
I feel like that's how you are.
Sometimes, if I feel like it's a genuine need, but like I don't really spend on myself.
I'm not. It's not.
If I don't spend on myself, like let's say
the house or like our business.
I have that tendency because the way I'm wired is, if there's something that needs to be done, I want to get done with it and, you know, just move on, you know, because I also feel like I just want something to be done and getting out of the way so that whatever money is coming in doesn't have to be reassigned.
Basically, I'm the mad manager of the family, and it's working well. And we never do anything unless we both agree. We actually always have to like both agree. So that's pretty much all we have for this video today. If you guys have any more questions about finances or anything like that, you can definitely leave them in the comment section below, and we will be sure to respond to them. And if there are any video ideas that you guys have, anything
you'd like us to talk about.
Not even regarding finances, regarding anything. You can literally just let us know in the comment section below, and we'll be sure to do a video answering your question.
DM also on Instagram or an email, anyone.
At _Itunu on Instagram. And I also have a YouTube channel, and my channel is Itunu Pepper, which will be linked in the description bar below.
Be sure to check it out.
And subscribe.
Give this video a thumbs up, you know, like, share, and subscribe. You know, we're learning too, and
as we learn, we share.
Hopefully people can learn from our videos too, so please share. So, okay guys, so
next time,
till next time, bye.
Bye.